home alone in our new house. I started to wonder if maybe I was doing this to myself, sabotaging myself.
Window open.
She was acting crazy from the moment she moved into the loft.
It was two little kids just standing there. There was some really dark stuff that happened in that loft.
Hello? Ever since you've moved in here, you've been acting really strange.
I just wanted them to leave our house.
I don't need your permission to make life decisions.
What I'm saying is that it's a big risk, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Ever since I was a kid, all I ever wanted to be was an artist. It's the only way I could picture my life ending up.
You're 33 years old. I mean, quitting your job is a risk. I just hope you understand that.
You know what I don't understand? What I don't understand is why it is so hard for you to believe in me.
I do believe in you.
I don't need an accountant right now. What I need is my boyfriend, which is what you used to be.
Used to be?
Yes.
10 years out of art school, I finally got my big break. I think I had like 2 months to prepare for this really big gallery opening. So I quit my job as a waitress, and I found a short-term lease on an artist loft.
I just don't understand why you had to move in here.
I have nothing left to say to you.
Then neither do I.
I took everything I had and put it into this one last shot. Brian said I was acting like an irresponsible teenager.
Wait, I want my key!
If it didn't work out, I was prepared to face reality. If this opening failed, then I was going to quit and do something else. But I just didn't know how to do anything else.
Seriously, Brian, you are a child. Those paints cost a lot of money.
I had a plan, and I was gonna stick to it. 16 hours a day of nothing but painting, no distractions. I was gonna be ready for that opening if it killed me. I'd been working for about an hour or so when I smelled something horrible. It smelled like rotting meat. And it was coming from inside the closet where I'd put all my paint supplies. I was positive I was going to turn on the light and see some decomposing animal on the floor. But there was nothing in there. And when I turned on the light, the smell was gone. I was sure it had been coming from the closet. When I walked back into the other room, the painting I was working on was lying face down on the cement. But I never heard it fall. I expected it to be ruined, but it wasn't even smeared. At 3 o'clock the next morning, I woke up to that same awful smell. Except this time, it got stronger as I walked towards the middle of the loft. The painting I had finished just before I went to bed was destroyed. It was just cut to shreds with a razor. And I knew exactly who had done it.
Hey, you've got Brian. Message.
Brian? Are you kidding me?
Brian had made it very clear he didn't want me moving into that loft.
I will call the cops if you do not return the key. I'm not kidding you.
Who else could have destroyed my painting? The whole point of me moving there was no more distractions. No more job, no more excuses. And if I had to, no more relationship either. But I was struggling more and more every day. And I hated every piece I was making. I was burning through paint, through canvases, through money. I felt like I was getting nowhere.
Are you kidding me? I will call the cops if you do not return the key. I'm not kidding you.
I went and stayed at my friend Megan's place. But when I told her what happened, she laughed. She said it must have something to do with the fact that I was sleeping only 3 hours a night. I was exhausted, so I convinced myself that she was right. The next morning after a good night's sleep, I just brushed it off and went back to my loft. I was there for a reason, and I had to be ready for the opening. A lot was riding on it.
Hey, Zoe, it's Brian. So, I got your message. No idea what you're talking about, but if it'll make you feel better, I'll drop your key up.
I thought I was losing my mind. I wasn't going to be alone in that place. So I called Megan to come stay with me. She came over right away.
I hate this. I hate this. This is so ugly. I don't know why I decided that showing any of this would be a good idea. I mean, it's just...
Zoe,
I can't get it
stop
right.
this. Ever since you've moved in here, you've been acting really strange, and look at you. Look what's happening. You look like you haven't been sleeping. You look like you haven't been eating.
I remember feeling like Megan was turning against me, just like Brian.
No, I'm fine.
And now she actually thought the loft was the reason my work was bad.
Gotta get it right.
Look, I have work in the morning, and so I need to go to sleep. I'm gonna go to bed. But don't be too hard on yourself. It's gonna be great. You should come and get some sleep soon.
Okay.
Okay.
I spent a couple more hours trying to work, but I just hated everything I was doing. I don't remember going to sleep, but I do remember what happened when I woke up.
Megan, wake up. Megan. Brian.
Please. Please. No one cares. No one cares!
You probably did it before you went to bed, and that's why you had the dream.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. You were hating this painting before I passed out.
I kept trying to convince myself that Megan was right.
I don't even know how you would know what you did anyway. You've been walking around like a zombie. You haven't slept in weeks. You've been driving yourself crazy over the show.
But as exhausted as I was, I knew I'd remember doing something as drastic as destroying my own artwork. There had to be another explanation.
I have to be at the restaurant in an hour. Okay, I'm going home to shower.
Okay.
You need to relax.
I knew Megan would never do that.
Too much pressure on yourself.
Okay.
Come out with us tonight.
All right, sounds good.
And I couldn't imagine that Brian would ever do something like that to me. So if none of us did it, then who did? I kept trying to think positively. And I kept my promise. I wasn't going to let anything distract me. By that point, I was pretty much living on coffee, with no food. I was a nervous wreck.
Hello? Brian? Who's there? Brian?
It matters.
No one cares!
Hello? Brian? Who's there?
There was no scratch, just paint. Just red paint. I started to wonder if maybe everyone was right. That maybe I was doing this to myself, sabotaging myself. And that's when I hit bottom. It's all kind of a blur now, but I kind of remember I felt energized, like I could work nonstop with no sleep. And I did for days.
Zoe?
I hadn't heard from Zoe in a few days, and then I got this crazy, rambling message. So, I wanted to check on her.
I'm busy. Brian, I am busy. Can you not see that? I'm busy. Can you not see that I'm busy?
As soon as I walked in, I felt this weird heaviness. I can't explain it, but when I saw her, I knew something wasn't right.
Got your voicemail, but bring the key over. You didn't return any of my phone calls, so nobody's really heard from you in a little bit.
She was acting crazy from the moment she moved into the loft. She didn't look like herself. She didn't sound like herself. Even her artwork was different.
It's not really a style I'm used to seeing from you.
You know nothing about art.
Hey, look, I brought your key, all right?
Leave the key. Leave the key.
After talking to her friend Megan, and after what I saw, something told me to look into the loft. I couldn't believe what I found. I knew I had to get her out of there.
I'd been working for more than 2 days straight. Next thing I remember, I woke up on the floor of the loft. I couldn't believe it was happening again. All of my work completely destroyed. The same figure drawn across every canvas.
It's me. Hey. What is this, Zoe?
It was hard for me to admit, but between the article I found and the way Zoe was acting, it couldn't just be a coincidence. There was something about the loft that I was sure was driving her to do this to herself.
Okay. I looked into this place a little bit, and apparently the last guy who lived here...
I really wasn't sure how to tell her what I found out about that place. Maybe because I knew it all sounded so ridiculous.
Well, just some really bad stuff happened, and maybe it's still like... I don't know, but...
I just wanted to get her out of there.
I think it's a good idea if you come home with me tonight. Okay? Go get your stuff from the bathroom. Sit tight, okay?
I know what I saw.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
It was the same man that I read about in the article. It's the same man that died in Zoe's loft.
Brian was right. There was some really dark stuff that happened in that loft. The man who lived there before me was an unknown artist. He had a gallery showing, and it was a disaster. The critics hated everything. He didn't sell a single painting, and he just fell apart. About a week later, he was found dead in the loft. He starved himself to death. The saddest part to me was after he died, every single one of his paintings sold.
No one cares. None of it mattered.
As I thought about it, I realized that maybe he wanted me to fail too. Maybe no one cared about his work because he had stopped caring. But I still cared. I was still passionate about my work. Even if no one else believed in it, I still did.
I've seen that like 4 times. Okay, fine. When are you getting here? Okay, hurry up. Bye.
It was early October when we get these crazy storms moving up the coast.
As expected, we're now beginning to see flash flooding in the lowlands, and the 7th Street Bridge has been closed as well.
I was 16 years old, and my little sister and my parents were visiting my grandparents for the weekend. And they let me stay home alone in our new house.
We are just now receiving word of an accident involving a blue minivan. Witnesses say they saw the light blue van hit the guardrail and go over the Van Allen Bridge.
The local news was reporting these horrible accidents all across the state. But the worst was this entire family whose car had crashed into the river.
Sorry for the interruption. Now back to tonight's movie. Now receiving word of an accident involving a blue minivan. Witnesses say they saw the light blue van hit the guardrail and go over the Van Allen Bridge.
With the rainstorm, I had no plans, except my friend Kelly was gonna come over to watch movies.
Come in. Kelly. You don't have to ring the doorbell. You can just... Hello?
It was two little kids, just standing there.
Are you lost?
I couldn't really see their faces through the rain,
Are you selling something?
but I could just make out that it was two little blonde kids. They looked like maybe they could be brother and sister, but I definitely didn't recognize them.
Let me call someone for you. Do you want me to call your parents? Let me get my phone. Hold on, I'll be right back. Come up out of the rain.
I turned my back for 1 second and they were gone.
Oh my God, don't do that. Did you see those kids?
What kids?
I don't know, just these two creepy little kids. They were here just a second ago.
No, I came in the back because I wanted to scare you.
The whole thing was really weird. But Kelly and I started watching a movie and I just forgot about it for a little while.
When's pizza guy getting here?
I don't know. I think the popcorn's ready.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you an update on the storm currently rolling through our area and an update on that car crash. Tyler? No details yet on how many people were inside or if there are any survivors. Rescue teams are on the scene as we speak.
We lived in a small town, so I remember Kelly and I were anxious to see if we knew the family that was inside that van.
You want a soda?
It was too dark for witnesses.
Yeah, diet.
Next, but authorities believe the vehicle plunged into the floodwaters of the river.
Nice, pizza's here.
Cool.
Divers have located the minivan at the bottom of the river, but authorities have not yet released the identity of the vehicle's owner.
Kelly comes walking back into the kitchen looking a little freaked out.
Where's the pizza?
And she tells me no one was at the door. I figured it was those kids playing around again.
Let me get my phone. Hold on, I'll be right back.
We have breaking news on the blue minivan that crashed into the raging waters beneath the Van Allen Bridge earlier tonight. Eyewitnesses claim that they saw the van plunge into the river at approximately 9:40 a.m. and anticipated the service of the water.
Why would they come
here, ring the doorbell twice, and just leave?
I don't know.
And they left their shoes behind.
Because they're stupid little kids.
A family of 4 was inside a blue minivan when it broke through the guardrail and...
See, they just left.
We looked through every room in the house. The kids definitely weren't there. When we walked back to the front door, the muddy shoes were gone. Kelly convinced me that it was some kind of practical joke, but none of it made sense to me.
I think you've been watching too many slasher flicks. You're starting to get paranoid.
Army, how?
Paranoid.
Shut up.
How? Arm.
All right. I gotta head home.
Seriously?
Told my parents I'd be home by midnight.
Alarm disabled.
Okay, well, I hope I get to see you before break's over.
Yeah, for sure. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Living room window open. Living room window open. Living room window open. Living room window open.
The window was wide open,
Living room window open.
and I had no idea how it got that way.
Living room window open. Living room window open.
I felt like someone was in the room with me. But I told myself it was just my imagination, and I was scared because Kelly had left me alone.
Army, how? How? Arm.
Authorities have confirmed that the minivan has been pulled from the river and a family of 4 was trapped inside. There were no survivors. Police are not revealing the identities of
When are you guys coming back?
We can't. There's been some sort of accident. Trapped in the mirror.
Okay, I'll see you when you get here. I love you.
I wanted to tell my mom that something weird was going on, but it was my first time home alone, and I knew it would only make her worry. I figured a long, hot shower might help me relax until I got back.
Mom? Dad? Are you back?
thought maybe my little sister and my parents had gotten home. I saw two figures standing in the bedroom, but I had water in my eyes, so I couldn't be positive. It was a jack, like from a little kid's game. I had no idea where it came from, but I knew it wasn't my sister's.
Mom? Are you back?
She was there, and then just disappeared right in front of my eyes. I didn't know what else to do. So I decided to call the police. I was positive I left the phone on the coffee table when I hung up with my mother. It was coming from inside the TV cabinet.
Is your last name Peterson?
But no, they don't live here anymore.
Are you the only one here?
He searched the whole house and found nothing, no sign of the kids.
Breaking news on this horrible tragedy we reported earlier this evening. Earlier tonight, authorities recovered the bodies of a family of 4 trapped inside a van after it struck this guardrail and plummeted into the river from the Van Allen Bridge. Police have finally released the names of those family members. Carl Peterson and his wife Amy Peterson.
The Petersons owned our house for 15 years before my parents bought it. We never knew them.
Both Peterson parents, their 8-year-old son, and 10-year-old daughter all drowned in the crash.
They hadn't updated their vehicle registration yet, so the police came to their old house.
Hello?
I know those were the kids I saw.
The investigation is still ongoing at this time. Back to you in the newsroom.
Those poor kids. They died so fast, so tragically. Maybe they came back to the house where they grew up. The home where they felt the safest. That's the only explanation I have for what I saw. I told my mom about what happened. I don't know if she believed me, but she asked a priest to come bless the house.
And of the Holy Spirit.
Probably just to get me to sleep at night.
Jesus Christ, yesterday, today, and forever.
I really wanted to help them to understand that they were dead or help them move on. I don't know how it works, but for their good and for mine, I just wanted them to leave our house.
Espíritu Santo. Amen.
I used to see these people standing outside my window when I was a kid.
I hoped that this new house could be a fresh start for us.
She left me the old farmhouse. Everyone was buried out there.
It was a family video of some sort. I didn't want to stop watching until I saw how it ended. I would consider the possibilities of a poltergeist.
I was seeing these things with my own eyes. Could it really be Sean that was making them happen?
This was what I had seen as a kid.
Whatever you do, get out of that house.
That was all coming back. I used to see these people standing outside my window when I was a kid. As an adult, it was pretty easy to just chalk it up as having a wild imagination.
Hello? Oh, no, man, you can't do this to me right now. I really need this job, you know that. Come on.
I moved away from my family's farm when I was 18 years old, and I'd been on my own ever since.
Yeah, I'm sorry, too.
I was working odd construction jobs here and there, you know, to pay the bills. Just as I was down to my last 50 bucks, I got word that my mom died. My dad had been dead for a while. I was an only child, so she left me the old farmhouse. My family was religious. It's kind of religious that makes everyone else in the world look unreligious. My father was a pastor. He disowned me when I left home. I was out of work, so I figured I'd fix up the old place and sell it. I couldn't afford to keep it. But the idea of selling the farm was a little sad to me. It was a beautiful plot of land. It had been in my family for so many generations that they had a family graveyard on it. My parents